Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Richard. Just want to give you guys a little introduction. Here behind me I have my 2014 Nissan Altima. I'm going to be adding some 6x9s from NVX. This box hasn't been opened yet. They're a really good company. I've got sponsored with them before. I've got some subwoofers. They're the VCW12. We have got them in 4 ohm. We went to competition with them, had some fun, got 7th place out there at SAC at Mellows. It was a great time, man. Anyway, make a long story short, we're gonna be installing these. These right here is the V series. They're the VSP69s. Show you the nut number there. All right, let's get this box open. Oh, cheers if you guys had coffee. Alright, let's pull these bad boys out. Okay, there's one. Here is the manual. And these did come in a pair. That's in the box there. Okay. We also got some hardware, some mounting clips. Alright, let's pull it open. I like how the box is very safe. You never can have too much cardboard. Okay, kind of drop it there. Alrighty. I like how they have this little protective cover over the top here. Nice and thick. Wow. Just first glance at it, I mean, it's got some nifty weight to it. I'll give you guys all the specs down in the comments. Now this is a coaxial system. So it does have its own crossover built in for the tweeter. And we'll get more into the details. We'll zoom down on it so you guys can take a better look at it, the quality here. It's very, I mean, built amazing. Build quality is great. Alright, as you see, I do have some things in front of me here. I have an electrical tester. Okay, this is also a voltmeter, ohms, amp, and current. Got some few tools here. Flathead, all different shapes and sizes of those. We also have a 12mm, 14mm, a 7/16, and a short 12. Long 12 also, by the way. We have 3/8 ratchet, 2 of those, in case I bring out my helper. And I also have a quarter. Have some cutters, some wire trimmers, and stuff to get stuff started here. So let's take a look at these specs here. So on the front sheet here, it gives you all the layouts. It's beautiful. Again, this is the NVX V series, the VSP69 to be exact. All right, here we go. So the VSP69. Now this is the 450 watt max, 150 watts RMS, 90 dB sensitivity. X max is 30 millimeters one way. The FS is 65. I believe that the SF is really good right there, because 65 is kind of like the sweet spot where you want these, because this also has a mid-range driver in it. Let's see, overall weight here, 3.93 pounds, so not on the heavy side, not on the heavy guy side. So I would consider this like a light middleweight class. But overall, this is a really good build quality on here. So let's zoom down on here, or zoom in, shall I say. Zoom in on this build quality. Now I did get the 4 ohm series. Again, built-in crossover. For the unwanted frequencies that you don't want it to play, it's gonna do that. That's what that guy there is for. And we also have our tweeter, a 1-inch. So the frequency response for this guy, we're gonna come in at 70 to 20,000. Okay, so this plays a very, very wide range frequency. To kind of give it, you know, it's got a woven tensile leads into the spider. Okay, spider looks good. Just give it a little press here, see? Not on the stiff side of things. Still movable. The cone, it's nice, nicely built. Rubber surround, glued. Very nicely. Very, very durable. So, you guys are probably wondering why you see these little rings here, you know, and this plate that the tools are sitting on. So, what I'm going to do in the meantime, till my other stuff gets here, there's going to be another video coming soon. These are going to go on my doors, on the inside, right behind the sub, or AKA mid-range driver sub that I'm going to put in there. It's gonna go like this. It's just gonna keep the vibration down a little bit because it is very, 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 very beefy. But yeah, those are coming soon. I won't give any more away to that. But yeah, let's take a closer look at this vehicle. So you'll go with me right over here. So inside the trunk here, don't mind this crazy looking box in the trunk here. Okay, so I do have to uninstall these here. So these are my factory speakers. These here are currently at 2 ohm and they crackle. And yeah, so that was a previous thing. I actually have to uninstall this right here, so it's not a good thing to be sitting right there. I need to get that out of there. It's actually burnt up from my old project. So, first things first, in order to remove those, we have to come in the interior. Have to come inside of here and do a few things. So thank you for being patient and coming along with me on this journey. Let's get this set up here. Now, in my particular vehicle, wait, let's see here. I have to get something light for you guys to join me. All right, in my particular vehicle, I, of course, have to flip down my back seats in order to get to the trunk. But before I do that, I have to remove my lower portion here. And the way you do that is that there's 2 clips under the seat here, which I'll show you right now. So So you run your finger along here till you feel a little plastic hard piece here. Ah, there it is. Okay. So there's our suspect. We're gonna go for our target. Now, you're not gonna pull hard. You put your thumb in here, there's a little hole. And pull forward, just enough for the seat to lift up. Pull up on the seat, pull forward, set it down. Now, let's go to the other side and do the same thing. Come in. I want to slightly lift the seat, pull forward, lift up, and extract our seat. Now, once the seat is extracted, there should be a little hidden bolt right behind the seatbelt. Not that one down, that one. All right, let's zoom in on that. Sorry for the flip there, ladies and gentlemen. But as you see, we need that bolt right there out, okay? Yeah, bring it back. Again, sorry for the sickness. If anybody got motion sickness there. So this particular bolt here needs to come out. And the way we're gonna do that is gonna slightly lift the cushion here. Now you have full access to that bolt there. Okay? I'll be right back. All right, let's give it a old size check. Oh, not that guy. Ooh, a little bigger. Nah, 13. Be right back. I like to get a magnetic holster for my bolts. Now, the way we remove this is I like to lock my seatbelt in. Okay. Now, at the same time, you're going to lift up. Okay. Now lift up. which allows your seatbelt to come out at the top. And you're gonna wiggle. It's gonna slide right out. Now, as you see, I have complete access to this particular side of the vehicle. Now you can undo your seatbelt, move your bolts, and pull down your seat. I wonder what those are. Let me know in the comments if anybody knows what that is. All right, we gotta do the same thing on this side. Sorry about the hand in the way there. I'm a one-man show right now, so do pardon me. Got some music playing in the background there. All right, you can kind of see what's going on there. All right, gonna reach across here. Get my tools in my bin. Let's see if we can find our suspect. There he is. There's that suspect. Now, anything metal, just because a certain 7,000 watts says it likes to vibrate everything loose, we gotta put Loctite on everything, man. Anything metal to metal contact with a bolt, Loctite it. There we go. Now, a lot of people like to use power tools. They would zip this in and out. Me, I like to get physical. Hands on. Okay, here we go. So in case you didn't see the trick before, I'll try to get a good shot here for you. We're gonna remove our seatbelt from the top, which slides out of a slot up there. Put it around our seat like that. Gonna put your hand up under here, right where you're unbolted at. You're gonna slightly lift, and at the same time, you're gonna grab from the top, and you're gonna slide up and pull forward at the same time, okay? So the way that looks is like that. So I don't know if you see it. Slide up and pull forward, and it comes out, okay? What you're doing is, there's a hook back there that this slides into. Oh yeah, slides in that like that. You're sliding that out. Put that to the side for right now, because we're not going to need that. Okay, now, here comes the interesting part. Okay, we're going to make a small adjustment here, so see if you can see what we're doing. Now, remove your seatbelt. This seatbelt right here, you want it to move freely, so slightly pull it ahead of your seat and pull your seat down. Now, in case you guys missed it, there's some handles back there that these seats unlock. There's a latch here, and there's a latch on the other side. You go in your trunk, you pull said latch, you come in the passenger compartment, you flip said seat down. And that's how that works. All right, now let's begin. The next thing we have to do, the next step in our process, is we're gonna have to take this panel off here, which requires you to pull off 5 clips. That said clip is here, here, here in the center, here, and here. Now once said clips are removed, you remove that panel. Let's get started. Let's first get a flathead or a trim stick, which will be 10 times better. But at the present time, I don't have one. So we're gonna go grab a flathead, maybe two. Now, I'll show you a few items that I like to use. I like to use this guy. Came in a box of tools that was handed down to me. Not sure what the name of this little guy is. You can put it in the comments. But sometimes what I like to do is I'll take the flathead. Now, if it's smooth, this will go well. Put said flathead in the crack, and then you should be able to pry, if you're good enough, right up on the plastic. Ah, there it goes. Hear a little pop. Now, sometimes like this one's being stubborn, so I'll grab this little guy and apply slight pressure around the head of it. To be able to pop it out. It's just perfect. Without squeezing or damaging it. Anyway, no, I dropped said clip. Sometimes we gotta be a little careful with that. So let's put that in our bin. Even though it's plastic, it's still a bowl. Still can hold it. Let's get set on the other one. And the trick is just being patient. These clips, you don't want to be too rough. You wind up breaking them. Now, I'm going to go over to the other side. Now, if you break these little guys, they are a couple bucks at your local auto parts store. They come in a sorted pack. If you need a few different sizes, or they come in one size for a few bucks, in case you do break them. All right, now that that's done, let's go ahead and try to remove our panel here. Now, it should be a little slight tug here, downward. Oh, see? A little stiff here. Now, let's take a look and see why it's giving us fight. That way we don't break anything. See if there's any clips or anything I missed. There it is. Oh, it's gotta be the clips there. Bring it forward. I didn't break any clips, which are good. Nice. All right. So we have extracted the panel. I know it sounded crazy, but there's a few little body clips here, which I'll show you, that clip in there to the body. Alrighty. Now that that's out of the way, next is going to be our deck cover. Okay. Now we're going to move you a little higher up because I do have a third brake light housing, which seems to be vibrating, which we'll get to that. But for now, let's give ourselves a head start by taking our seatbelt and moving it off of this built-in panel. Oh, I popped the clip already. Now, gonna zoom in here for you. Alright, so as you can see, here's my back lid. There's my third brake light housing. And see, there's already pre-cut slits right here that allow us to put the seatbelt through. So I'm gonna do that on all three seatbelts. All right, now we're looking good. All right, now, thank you for tuning in to part 1. I'm gonna take a slight break. Part 2 should be interesting. That cover's coming off.